channel. Bookdown #7.
Bruh.
Well, it was a very eventful 2025 Qatar Grand Prix in Formula One, and basically, we have a lot of things to talk about. Let's start with the usual one. Welcome to this place, uh, today's Qatar Grand Prix review. Let's start with the championship battle. Of course, the race kicked off as usual. Verstappen got in front of Norris, pretty essential if you wanted to keep his championship chances. Um, and then Gasly looks kind of in control, and then Gasly and Hülkenberg crashed. Safety car, the McLaren and Ocon stayed out. They screwed their strategy, and from there on, they just they got one car on the podium. It would have been great, and they got one car. I was maybe third place, but still, 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 you have to say Piastri drove a pretty good race and could have won, probably would have won had it not been for that mistake. Verstappen first, um, over the line, 12 points to Norris to finish fourth. Basically, if Norris finishes on the podium, he's our champion in Abu Dhabi. We'll go through all that a little bit later. But Sainz third, podium, second podium of the season for Williams, has the same amount of podiums as Ferrari after the summer break, and also has double, uh, actually has more sprint podiums than Leclerc this year, and has more podiums, Grand Prix podiums than Hamilton this year. So yeah, he's done pretty good again. Second part of the season, brilliant. Ferrari struggled. Leclerc got their eighth, seventh, I think. No one. But anyway, he got some points there. Alonso got some points in seventh place, and Russell got there sixth. Poor start, recovered from it. Antonelli. That mistake on the penultimate lap probably gave Norris a better chance at the title, and probably could have gotten a podium, maybe third consecutive one. Still though, Antonelli beats Russell for a third time in 4 weekends. That's what you want to see. If Russell, of course, he's been pretty good this season, more podiums than any other season in his career, and he's currently less than 100 points behind Norris. So yeah, good points for other teams too. Aston Martin jumped us, I think, in the constructors. Hajar have gotten some pretty good points. It did not been for that late puncture, and Tsunoda couldn't do really anything. Neither could Hamilton. Now, let's see. Let's talk about some battles. The midfield constructors battle probably seems to be going the way of Racing Bulls in sixth place. Still some tension between Aston Martin and Haas for seventh, but I think it's gonna finish this way. Maybe they are working getting on in that fight, and Alpine will become the team finishes the team with the most points. We finishes 10th and last in the constructors ever. So in the top half of the constructors, Ferrari have now less points than Max Verstappen this season. What the hell is even happening to them? I mean, yeah, Tsunoda, if he does well, I mean, doesn't need to be Tsunoda. If Hajar does well, uh, in Abu Dhabi, you might have a second Red Bull seat. We might even have it before Abu Dhabi this week. Um, Otherwise, important to point out that Mercedes have almost secured the lost points too, though. so-called one-man team Red Bull, but still, as a Mercedes fan, seeing the team climb from fourth to second in the constructors, even though we got uh, two times the wins of this year. Last year, still though, we were more consistent and we got more podiums. And I think Anthony got how many podiums did Hamilton get last year? 4, 5. Hamilton, yeah. Anyway, Anthony did pretty good, other than his mid-season slump. Foreman, otherwise, interesting. Let's talk about the title battle because this is where things get interesting. Verstappen has to win in Abu Dhabi with Norris 4 lower to win the championship. Second with Norris, I believe, 7 lower, and third with the Norris. No, actually, second with Norris, 8 lower, and third with Norris in 9 lower. Anyways, the idea is that Norris cannot be on the podium because neither Piastri or Verstappen can win a title. Verstappen needs Piastri there needs a car, but again, if Piastri is third in the dying moments of the race and Norris is fourth and Verstappen is fourth, if he is first, probably Piastri will let Norris too, so there needs to be a car between them. That probably means that he'll count on a Leclerc or a Mercedes. Even Hajar, I mean, he qualified what, sixth? If he can do that and somehow out qualify Norris and then hold him, it's gonna be interesting. But still, even though Norris theoretically has and practically has one hand on the title, we still cannot count Steven Piastri out, which who needs to win and then Norris to be sixth or lower. And basically, if Max or Piastri, if Max finishes outside top three, he's out of the title battle. If Piastri finishes third or lower, he's out. They just need Norris to have a bad weekend for any of them. I know this strategy probably, I mean, yeah, probably Norris would not have secured the title yesterday, but still could have helped him a lot. He still got it, but it might be turn out to be one of those Abu Dhabi 2010. Of course, that being the race which actually started the race, we're now coming to the last race with the race. So, yeah, interestingly, uh, more than first title decided more than two team with more than two drivers since that day in Abu Dhabi 2010 when he had four for a title, though Hamilton had a pretty remote chance. I mean, come on, he was like 22 points behind. With he needed everyone to DNF basically to win the title. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be close, and I personally think that I would really like to see Verstappen complete this comeback and win it. Even though I'm a Mercedes fan coming from all the way Abu Dhabi 2021, I still think that comeback would be incredible and that would be absolutely amazing. So, um, I must say, I don't, I don't, I mean, to be, I mean, come on, McLaren has secured the constructors with an equal link record, 6 races left. Then don't go on and win the constructors. That's pretty bad. That I mean, come on. You had a remote chance last year. Now we have controlled every race, and Verstappen 104 points to 12 points. Even if he doesn't win the championship, it's clear that something went wrong with the strategy, with the disqualification, with everything. You don't want that to happen, and it's not good for them. Anyways, basically, it's gonna be an interesting week in Formula One. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And goodbye.